South Park is still an ongoing sitcom and is one of the greatest animated series ever. It has everything. Dark humor, profanity, violence, roasting celebrities, everything. It first aired in 1997 and now has 26 complete seasons with 328 episodes in total. Being one of the greatest shows, today I want us to remember all the characters that featured in the show, with everyone who participated in voicing the said characters, who they are, and how old they've gotten today. And we'll begin with Eric Theodore Cartman, who was and still is the show's main antagonist. He was 8 to 10 years old and was the most disliked boy in the whole of South Park. He was a foul-mouthed boy who couldn't shut up and was known for his racist and sexist remarks in most of his conversations. He was also a manipulative sociopath who constantly spread hate and bullying wherever he went. He was voiced by Trey Parker, an American actor and animator who is actually one of the co-creators of this show. He also wrote and created another show called The Book of Mormon, and is now a musician as well. Another boy was Kenny McCormick, who was the poor member of the Four Boys. In the first seasons, he wore a hoodie that muffled his speech, and would sometimes even get away with inappropriate and vulgar speech. He also enjoyed getting high and sniffing paint, and he always passed away in almost every episode of the first 5 seasons. He was a low-key superhero known as Mysterian who had the power of immortality. Sometimes he appeared to be a good boy, and sometimes he did some criminal activities, and this makes him a very complicated character in the show. Voiced by Matt Stone, who is an American animator and producer, and is also the co-creator of this show alongside Trey Parker. He has a net worth of $700 million, which makes him richer than Troy Parker, who has a net worth of $600 million. Leanne was the mother of Eric Cartman, and was a good-natured woman with good cooking skills as well. There has been some rumors that she is just as racist as her son, but nothing has been really confirmed yet. And other than being a lovely woman, she was also known to host great parties. She started as an adult filmmaker, if you know what I mean, and was recognized to be the greatest at what she did. She then became a real estate agent in the later seasons, but her past and reputation was always what was remembered when her name was mentioned. The beautiful voice of April Stewart was used in voicing her. She has also voiced Salima Bahir in American Dad and Pandora in Danny Phantom. Linda Stotch was the mother of Butter Stotch and the wife to Steven Stotch. She was both an engineer and a council member who served as the treasurer, and was known to be a quiet and submissive woman. She cleaned the house, was sometimes seen reading books, and was generally a good mother and a loyal wife to her husband. Steven, on the other hand, was not loyal to her, as we saw that he loved both men and women, and he cheated on her with a few men. She was voiced by Mona Marshall, who has been an actress since 1972, and has done so many roles and characters during her prime. Tolkien Black was a 4th grader at South Park Elementary, and was the only African-American child in South Park. He had a few criminal records like vandalism, filing a false police report, fought Eric when he made a racist remark, rioting, and some other activities. He was nevertheless a calm and level-headed fella who always thought rationally before doing anything. He mostly didn't like Cartman due to his personality, and always stood up for himself when anyone disrespected him. Voiced by Adrian Beard, who has been in the South Park series ever since the first season. Jerome McElroy was the famous chef in the school cafeteria, and was known to be a soulful cook and the life coach to most of the kids in the elementary. He was too wise for his job, and was the one the kids went to for advice concerning life and mostly love. But before being a chef, he served time in prison for crimes like prison break, arson, and street fighting. He was voiced by the late Isaac Hayes, who was an American singer, a songwriter, and an actor. He was among the people who created the Stax records in the 1960s, but he sadly passed away on August 10, 2008 at a fair age of 65 years. Bebe Stevens was a female 4th grader who briefly became a member of the boys in a certain episode. She was an expert in holding weapons like boomerangs and guns, and also had a criminal record like rioting, illegal possessions, corruption, and even social battery. She was a friendly person who hanged around other people her age, and was also interested in fashion and makeup. She was voiced by Jennifer Howell, who is a Canadian-American voice actress and also a TV personality. Towelie was a talking towel who was genetically engineered to make people as dry as possible when wet. He mostly appeared out of nowhere to give people towel advice and just hanging out. He loved getting high and would not hesitate when there was a chance to do it. When he was sober, he was a rude and a stubborn person, but after puffing a few times, he became a jovial guy and was an addict suffering from very many substance addictions. A towel voiced by Vernon Chapman, who is a stand-up comedian and musician, and also writes scripts for some of the South Park episodes. Heidi Turner was also a fourth grader who made her first debut in 1999, and just like any other South Park character, she had a criminal record that included rioting, corruption, violation of firearm laws, theft, property damage, and more. She was a sweet and socially friendly lady who was also considered to be genuinely cute and sweet, voiced by Jessica Mackinson, who is now the writer and director of this show and other animated projects. Elon Musk appeared in an episode called Members Only and was seen leading a tour around SpaceX, showing the kids different things that the company was working on. Kyle McCulloch voiced 3 characters: Gary Harrison, who was the son of Mr. and Mrs. Harrison and a minor character in the show; another character called Joe, who was a blacksmith and also a minor character who only appeared in 1 episode, and also voiced Bono, who was a lead singer in the Irish rock band called U2. Chris appeared to be a strange character because he was one of Satan's boyfriends in the 4th season. The big black scary monster was seen in the 2nd season where it was the main antagonist. Wendy was among the 4th graders in South Park Elementary who appeared to be a close friend to the boys. Stan Marsh was the most prominent member of the gang and was also one of the main characters. Miss Veronica Crabtree was the elementary's bus driver who always appeared to be homeless and broke. Gerald Broflovsky was a father figure and the biological father of Kyle Broflovsky. Michael Jackson moved to South Park to start a new life, and always tried to conceal his identity by renaming himself as Michael Jefferson. And finally Kyle Broflovsky, who was Gerald's son and one of Stan's friend.